The Su-75 Checkmate is a lightweight, single-engine, fifth-generation stealth tactical fighter developed by the Sukhoi Design Bureau under the auspices of the United Aircraft Corporation, also known as UAC. It is designed as a more economical and export-oriented alternative to heavy twin-engine fighters. The Su-75 prioritizes a streamlined modular architecture, integrated weapons bays, a diminished radar cross-section, and versatile operational capabilities, including air-to-air, ground, and maritime strike missions. At the Dubai Airshow 2025, delegates from Russia, particularly Rosoboronexport, officially disclosed that they are investigating collaborative manufacturing of the Su-75 in partnership with Belarus. The Su-75 prototype has reportedly entered its final assembly stage and is scheduled for bench testing, with its first flight anticipated in early 2026. Exhibits in Dubai showcased both the manned version and an unmanned, loyal wingman variant, highlighting a modular, multivariant development approach. This affirmed that the Su-75 remains active, viable, and steadily progressing toward realization, while also enabling Belarus to transition from a potential customer to a legitimate production partner. Belarus has maintained a long-standing defense-industrial relationship with Russia. According to statements from the chairman of the Belarusian Military-Industrial Committee, previous cooperation in the aviation sector, including a project known as AESA, has already established a foundation for joint aircraft initiatives. By including Belarus in the Su-75 program, Russia gains expanded production capacity, improved insulation from sanctions, reduced strain on its domestic factories, and greater supply chain resilience. For Belarus, participation represents a significant step forward, offering involvement in a fifth-generation fighter program, improved aerospace capabilities, and new export opportunities. Belarus's inclusion is mutually advantageous. Russia gains cost-sharing and industrial support, while Belarus benefits from technology transfer, manufacturing responsibility, and elevated standing in the global defense industrial landscape. Reports indicate that the 558th Aircraft Repair Plant in Baranovichi, located in the Brest region, along with associated Belarusian defense industry companies, are expected to take part in the program. Belarus already has experience producing components for earlier generations of Russian jets. Analysts believe it can significantly contribute to subassemblies, structural components, and avionics integration due to its established industrial base. Its existing aircraft repair facilities and manufacturing workshops can be upgraded or reconfigured for advanced fighter production. Belarus also possesses a workforce familiar with Russian engineering and maintenance standards, easing integration. Belarus provides economic value through lower production costs, which is advantageous for serial manufacturing of export-oriented aircraft such as the Su-75. For Russia, Belarus adds industrial diversification, distributes workloads, mitigates risk, and increases capacity for future aviation programs. A practical division of labor is beginning to take shape. Belarus, centered on the 558th Aircraft Repair Plant and other defense companies, can handle subassembly manufacturing, structural work, component fabrication, avionics module assembly, electrical harness production, and composite skin and fairing creation. Non-critical mechanical systems may also be produced locally. For export-bound Su-75 units, Belarus may conduct final assembly under Russian supervision. Russia would retain responsibility for the most sensitive technologies. Engine development and integration, advanced avionics such as active electronically scanned array radars, mission processors, stealth coatings, signature management technologies, and final flight testing and certification would remain exclusively in Russian facilities. This protects proprietary knowledge and preserves regulatory control. As production expands, Belarus could provide long-term maintenance, repair, and overhaul services for export customers. This would create a regional support center and ensure ongoing industrial activity in Belarus. This arrangement distributes labor realistically. Belarus focuses on scalable manufacturing tasks suited to its capabilities, while Russia retains oversight of strategic systems. The collaboration reduces Russia's workload, accelerates mass production for export variants, and lowers program costs. Belarus gains technology transfer, sustained work, and a role in a major next-generation aviation program. However, several constraints remain. Although cooperation has been announced, no binding contract had been finalized as of mid-2025. Mass production may not begin until around 2030 due to prototyping, testing, certification, and ramp-up requirements. Technical challenges persist, particularly involving stealth shaping, radar integration, avionics development, and sanctions-related supply chain issues. Belarus may handle structures and components, but high-technology systems will stay in Russia. Export success is also uncertain. The Su-75 will face competition from Western and Asian fighters, and demand may be limited. Unless Russia secures reliable export partners, or Belarus purchases the aircraft itself, production volumes may remain low. Geopolitical and sanctions-related risks add further complications. Belarusian involvement may hinder export approvals, as some customers may hesitate to buy aircraft containing components manufactured in Belarus. The Russia-Belarus Su-75 partnership carries strategic importance that exceeds mere industrial cooperation. It signifies a new phase of advanced aerospace collaboration, bringing Belarus into fifth-generation fighter production for the first time. For Belarus, whose aerospace sector was historically focused on maintenance and modest components, this is a major leap. For Russia, the partnership improves export strategy by enabling a more affordable single-engine stealth fighter option. This could appeal to nations in the Middle East, Asia-Pacific, Africa, and Latin America seeking lower-cost alternatives and reduced reliance on NATO suppliers. Belarus stands to gain industrial revitalization, skilled employment, and high-level technology transfer. Participation in the Su-75 may help establish future autonomous design and manufacturing capabilities. If successfully executed, a jointly produced Su-75 could influence regional air power dynamics. It would offer a stealth-capable alternative outside the Western defense ecosystem, potentially reshaping procurement and partnership patterns. The integration of Belarus into the Su-75 program raises the initiative from a purely Russian project to a broader industrial partnership. Given Belarus's existing infrastructure and Russia's technological leadership, a division of labor that assigns structural and component work to Belarus while Russia retains control of sensitive technologies is practical and effective. However, full-scale production, certification, and export success remain several years away. Technical, political, and market-related challenges ensure that progress will be gradual. In summary, Belarus's involvement strengthens the Su-75 program by providing cost-sharing and industrial depth. Yet the aircraft's future, as a widely adopted multi-role export fighter, will depend on the outcomes of prototyping, bench testing, initial flights, and global marketing in the coming year. If you think the video was informative, please like, subscribe, and share. Please also take membership of the channel to encourage us.